Hi, Steve. Welcome back. Been what, 30,
Back to
30 seconds
no.
since we read
Start that
chapter
over.
2?
I'm not saying that to start a video. No, just keep it.
What'd you say?
Um, how you doing?
Oh, I can edit it out. Um,
How was your week?
my week wasn't the best week, but I had today off, Friday off, got a haircut. That was pretty cool. Um,
Nothing beats a fresh haircut. Shout out Sam Norrell. She transferred up to De Pierce. Now I got to drive a half hour, but it's worth it every time.
huh. Well, this
She's a subscriber.
this video is gonna come out after I do it, I believe. Or she probably won't do it anyways. I went and looked at engagement rings today.
Well, I guess we do have to kind of date this episode a little bit
Yeah,
because
July 3rd is gonna be the date.
July 3rd?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we're going to be over in Washington. She's up there talking to someone, so she can't even hear me.
Okay.
But yeah, like last year when we went to Washington at this time, I asked her dad for her hand in marriage. So I was like, I can't come back to Washington again after a year. I asked this man a year ago. I was like, okay, I probably have to do something about this now.
Yeah. Can you tell me how that experience was? Talking to a father about asking his daughter's hand in marriage?
Did I tell you about it already? Or you just
Well, I might know some details about it, but the audience, I think, that get to know you on a more personal level. So,
So yeah, it was just completely spur of the moment. Maybe it was less gassy that week or something, and I was just infatuated with her a little bit more than usual. Not to say that I'm not always, but it was just a little bit heightened. And so I was like, "This is when am I gonna be back in Washington?" I just didn't know. I was like, "I just have to do this." We've been dating for like almost 2 years at that point. Uh, year and 3 at that point, I would say. And so I was like, I just need to ask her dad. And so like, obviously she's not just gonna leave with her dad. It's just not gonna happen. So I needed to just get the moment. So we're at her dad's girlfriend's house on his birthday, eating his birthday pie. It got quiet upstairs, so I gotta be quieter. And and she goes to the bathroom, and I just go, Lonnie, can I have Annie's hand in marriage? Moment, like this man's like bite of pie, and he's 74 years old at that point. And so I just threw this at him. I swear he was like gonna have a heart attack, and he just kind of stumbled. And I thought maybe should take a look in the bathroom, but it was like 45 seconds. So this whole interaction was like 45 seconds. He didn't even have like a chance to really respond to me. And so it was not great. But long story short, he said yes, but I told her that I did it because I was so embarrassed, and I was like, do not leave me alone with your father because he wants to have like a talk, and I was like, I do not want to talk to him. Don't don't leave me alone because I already made this awkward decision to do this. And she thought it was hilarious. I eventually told him that I knew, but yeah, it was great. So now I have to call him and tell him that I'm gonna do it.
you're actually doing it.
Yeah, sir. Hopefully you didn't change your mind. But yeah, I think I'll do it. It's long enough. I paid enough rent so I can afford her. She doesn't live here
Good.
for free or anything, so.
Yeah. What about Papa Steve? How is does he care what you do in life? I mean,
Oh, my dad?
yes. Shout out to Steve Bolton.
He was pretty happy because
One
I
day.
told him I was going to do it on his birthday on June 9th. After I ruined his day, I told him that my brother turned down a job with the government for like 30,000 more than he's making now and benefits and stuff. And so my dad's day was like ruined. And then I was like, oh, I'll make it a little better. So he's really happy.
Is it true that your parents love your brother more than you?
That is absolutely not true. I am.
Well, didn't you kind of pick him, but kind of got stuck with you?
Oh, well, that is true. Yeah, both my siblings are
Okay.
adopted, and then I was a hot tub and a bottle of wine and a good time. That's how I came. But yeah, both my parents paid for both my siblings, and hand selected them. I guess is like kind of like picking out a puppy. Is how they describe it. They said,
Yeah.
this one."
You know, if I go out and I buy a purebred for $450, and then I get another dog at the pound for free, I'm probably gonna love the dog I spent money on more. That's just me personally. It doesn't reflect on your situation at all. Your parents are lovely people. They've opened up their home to me before, so I'm open to that.
Okay, on to
We're on to chapter 3.
the pregnant queen. So yeah,
Prego.
Steve said right before we started this video, this is the last chapter that we've officially read.
This is. So after this chapter, it's no holds bar. I don't know what's gonna happen. Sam doesn't know what's gonna happen.
No clue.
We are we're all in this together at this point.
I mean, we're like minutes right after each other, so still drinking the same whiskey. Just want people to know. Yeah, still wearing the same kimono, still wearing the same underwear. It's not weird because it's like 45 minutes altogether.
Absolutely.
I don't know anyone.
I'm a lightweight these days, but I am getting a little bit of a buzz going.
I know. Doesn't Steve look great? Put down in the comments how Steve looks right now.
By lightweight, I meant alcohol, but yes, I am also.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I'm
shape.
lightweight with alcohol too because I've lost 70 pounds in the last year. Thanks everyone.
Wow.
Thanks everyone. I still have I want to do another maybe 40 pounds. That'd be lower than I was in high school. But I think I'd probably look like a Swedish model at that point. That's pretty good. I told Annie she got in on the ground floor.
Yeah, that's
blossomed into the specimen people see today.
Yeah, you were an investment to her, and she's you're like a fixer-upper house, and she's fixed you up beyond belief.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Annie. When you officially watch this in 3-4 weeks, thanks for making me not eat any pasta for the month of June. Love you.
Shout out Annie.
Shout out to Annie.
Pregnant queen.
Not Annie. Not Annie.
Name of the chapter.
Definitely not Annie.
Being pregnant is hard.
I wouldn't know. I'm a man.
Probably is hard. I being a zombie, it makes it even more hard on me and the baby. I'm not even sure how I am pregnant or how the baby is still growing in my womb.
She does not. She doesn't know. Maria was never taught the birds and the bees. That damn stork came, dropped it off in her belly.
Yeah, it's maybe we can have a discussion about that later on.
Yeah, I think if this goes well, we probably reach out to Maria and get a tell-all at the end of it. It's kind of like Tiger King, and we do hey, now that everyone knows your work and everyone is huge fans of you, tell us about it. Tell us where you gather. Where do you come up with the story like this, Maria? There's never been anything. Like I said, the next close to the Bible or Warren mixed with. I would say it's the Bible mixed with Lord of the Flies. And then
there's definitely an aspect of that Lord of the Flies to this book. Maria does have a good concept on what being pregnant is like, though, because there's obviously morning sickness happening. The book reads, I've thrown up so much blood, eating as many humans as I crave, even if the person isn't supposed to die. And I have and have worked hard like a black widow in me. I too eat them. I mean,
So are these slaves? Are they pleasing her? Because don't Black Widows they kill the male spider after they like procreate with him? So is she having sex with these humans?
I don't know, but Scott, watch your back.
Watch your back, Scott. Maria's trying
Watch
to
your
tell us
back.
something.
Especially with all those women trying to get after you, Scott. One false move,
She'll eat you after you eat
she'll eat
her.
you.
After you eat her, Scott.
I lose count on how many people have died and how many times my kingly husband has yelled at me and told me not to. I just crave blood, just like a power, or what I like to call a virtue. Sometimes some words to
Like,
me are
is she a
too hard.
vampire or is she a zombie?
She's a zombie.
Blood, but she's craving blood. Most zombies crave brains.
Seems pretty normal.
No brains.
Be a supportive zombie king. Let your wife eat as many humans as she wants when she's pregnant, even if she's pregnant for 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine.
That's your baby. That's your baby.
That's your baby. That's your toddler inside of her.
It's so weird how I just think of this king as Scott, and I get mad at Scott just for like it's doesn't make sense, but that's Scott. You're a scumbag.
Scott, get your racist comments from Facebook. I actually don't.
Yeah.
I still like reading them, and that's how I found this. But Scott, stop being such a racist.
Where do you find such trashy memes on the internet? Like, where do you go to find like the trashy memes that people post on Facebook? I don't even know where you go to find like the trashy memes.
Let's see if I can find what Scott has said, or let's just show people what Scott means. Scott Clary.
I'll continue to read. Sometimes some words are to me are too harsh. Like hate to me is a rich, hard spite
June
to
10th.
someone or
Hold on,
something.
Steve. June 10th. There's like a food bank, and here's what Scott said: "For all you Indians wick bitches, this event is just for you. Go sell it and buy your drug. We know you will." Someone shared that. Who shared it? Scott shared it himself. He shared his own post, his own racist post. Oh, and then he shared it. He posted like another one that said, "Calling all Wick moms today is your lucky day and money to get your Wick food and sell it on Facebook, and for you to go buy your drugs and go to bars or casinos like we know you will. Go buy them iPhones and get your nail done while your kids starve in school." Meanwhile, a big line all the way to Belcourt. Wow, Scott. Oh no, yeah, Scott. The Wolves are not happy with you.
Okay. Also, WIC program, wonderful program. Young parents in tough situations still being able to feed their kids. I'm a big fan of WIC. We were on WIC when I was a child, so it's hard for me.
I know Scott sucks. He's one of those like people who's on all the programs himself, but then he still votes Republican and votes against all the programs that help him. But when Republicans share videos that like have their views, but it's got a black man like talking about it, so they pretend like they're not racist because they used a black man. Yeah, that's Scott. Where's that? I gotta find. Oh, Scott's us. He posted this meme. It says, "On my page, looking for clues. Here's one."
Lovely.
It's the Blues Clues guy giving us the finger. Okay, I can't read Scott's stuff right now. Continue on. But yeah, Scott's not a good guy. He's a terrible king.
I used to love people, or what's the word? Pity someone to the point of no return and not getting there and not out. I'm going to start this over. I used to love people, or what's the word? Pity someone to the point of no return and not getting out of their bed.
Yeah, we talked about this the first time we read that part. It makes no sense.
Also uses the
Anything
wrong
in this
form of
book
there.
does, but yeah, yeah,
I don't I don't downgrade or upgrade these words. I make them better, or at least in my mind I do. The baby has really grown
why are we still
in the
calling it a
last couple of
baby? It's
months.
5 years old.
Yeah, well, in the last couple of months it's grown, and my stomach, as a child would call it, is bigger than a woman's should be. Because that's what a child would call it,
Yeah.
bigger than it should.
No, the child called it a stomach. Or read it again. Read it again.
My stomach has grown in the last couple of months. A child would call it is bigger than a woman should be.
Yeah, only children point things out like that. I mean, maybe that's coming across. Maybe like if a child saw her, they would be like, "Whoa, Teresa, you're kind of getting a little fat there." But like an adult would say that to Teresa.
I envy, no, I lust for a smaller stomach, and I've always, even before I was pregnant,
So
I sometimes look at other women and want to just take their body off their heads and have for my own.
like we talked about this. This is Maria really personifying herself as Teresa.
Maria's getting too many of those magazines when she's going through the supermarket showing the impossible woman body. And she wants to take the body off the head, which I think is kind of backwards. You take the head off the body.
I mean, either way, you're successful. I mean, you're not going to take the whole body. Like, are we going to do a Buffalo Bill thing where we just kind of wear the skin? But I guess you'd still have the same body if you were wearing the skin.
It's dark. It's dark, and it's too bad that the culture is that way, and that so many young women feel like they need to behead other women and put their own heads on that body.
Like, this is the most drastic case of that situation. Like, most girls just do like what I do. Nowadays we call it fasting, but truthfully it's like anorexia, one meal a day. And that used to be the way that girls would achieve this, but not today. Zombies just cut off your head and then take your body. The scientists can do it. They can sew your head back onto a new body.
I sometimes get so deep on the subject that I've wanted to try it on my victims, but my hunger is too great. So she's getting really real about this.
Yeah, but she's like,
off the body, give me that body.
well, like she wants it, but then she just like can't stop herself. She's just eating them. Like she's like, wow, I really like the, but then she's like, oh, pregnancy cravings. Maybe next time.
Too much. I hope someday that this war will end. I'm tired of these beings roaming free on this island. I wonder why we don't just go underground and why we're too afraid of the dark. It is not pain and suffering we are afraid of, but yet, like a young child, we are too afraid of the dark and what lies there for us, the blood and the feasting of all that, of us wanting it too much. It's grim.
Wow.
Scared of the dark, more so than zombies.
Yeah, I didn't catch any of that. Like I kind of stopped, zoned out because it just went on and on. It's really hard without the punctuation and stuff to know how to read it even. So I don't blame you. But
also, this alcohol is getting to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like at some point, this is my fault because I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Plans for tonight? Are you going out? Are you staying in?
I did get invited out tonight.
So if you're drinking, I'll drink a little bit too. I've got a. I can't drink too much right now because we're going out to the gun club for leadership's going away thing. I don't think I'm gonna shoot my shotgun, but there's a possibility. It's North Dakota. I can drink and shoot. That's possible, but maybe we read chapters 4, 5, and 6 way late tonight when we're drunk.
Yeah, I tell you what, peanut butter, jelly, milk and cookies, guns and alcohol.
That's the
it's a great mix. It's a
apple
great
pie
mix.
and ice cream, and baseball in the summer, guns and alcohol.
I could go for baseball. Just figure out where I was. I look at my husband. I know deep down, even though he is the king, this is true. He won't say it, but it's true. That's why this war has gone on for so long. It's been, what, 6 months already? And I still don't know what to do. So even as a human, she was pregnant for years? Is that what she's saying? Because now she's only been a zombie for 6 months?
Read that again. That whole excerpt.
It's tough.
Sorry. That's so.
I look at my husband, and I know deep down, even though he is king, this is true. He won't say it, but it's true that's why this war has gone on for so long. It's been, what, 6 months already, and we still don't know what to do. Okay, so maybe the war has only gone for 6 months.
Yeah, I think that's yeah. Because obviously, war
God,
didn't start right away. Like the zombies didn't have the bombing capability until they kidnapped that scientist Zeke.
Amen. The best idea we have is the scientists and bombing the ground above their heads. I always thought that the bombing was a dumb idea, but he, the king, wouldn't listen to me, just like when we couldn't decide where to eat or go out for the theme of our wedding.
Yeah, so it was God's fault that they had the lumberjack wedding.
Yeah, it's deciding to bomb people is just like deciding where to go out to eat. It's
the man's choice.
The man needs to decide. The man needs to decide where to eat. He needs to pay for it. He needs to pay for all of her time.
It's just really surprising because, like, normally with weddings,
what is
the man doesn't care. I'm not gonna care. Like, unless I get asked to help, I could care less what the napkins look like or anything. Like, maybe my one thing that I'm gonna request is instead of a live band, or maybe have a live band, but no singer. It's all karaoke. All karaoke all night.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I question where I'll be standing in your wedding. We'll save that for another episode. I won't make you answer it now. Are you gonna go with some BS thing like, oh, my brother is my best man?
Oh, fuck no.
Because, like, is he?
Josh, if you ever watch this, no, he is not. I was his best man, but I would never.
It's such a PC thing where you don't want to, like, I got, like, 2 or 3 best friends. Like, really, like, any of them could be my best man, but instead of, like, picking between them and, like, pissing the other 2 off, like, I'm just going to go with my brother.
Yeah.
What a cop-out. Sorry, that was a weird tangent.
But yeah, the man needs to decide where to eat and the wedding and who to bomb. That's why Scott didn't vote for Hillary, because he didn't think she could decide who to bomb.
It's true. I sometimes regret, loathe making love to him, but it was great at the time, and I was dumb and in love. Had pity for him, and couldn't really stand to get out of his bed without him looking at me like that. It's a little sexy.
Pity sex is still sex. Maria,
his deep...
Like, you just pity him, but you're still giving him what he wants. You gotta stand up for yourself, girl.
Yeah. His deep green and blue eyes forcing themselves on me to do what I wanted them to, making them... All right, let me start that over. His deep green and blue eyes forcing themselves on me to do what I wanted them to, make him feel great and what to make him feel love or what he thought was love. I mean, that's gibberish. I have lost some touch with reality. I haven't always been changing my thoughts on things and words. When I turned into a zombie, everything else went away, and now I'm hearing gluttony and shame for myself and others. I just hope I can have this child and finally have my peace.
I mean, probably after the 3rd year, I would request a C-section.
Yeah. There's got to be a doctor somewhere.
I wouldn't let it go 4.5 years. 3 years though.
She's already, if the surgery goes wrong, is she at risk?
No, like, yeah, the baby will just turn into a zombie.
Well, chapter 3's kind of got a little more disastrous, and I'm going to blame part of it on alcohol. I'm going to blame part of it on her writing.
Blame a lot of it on Scott.
You can tell Scott's taken a hold of her relationship, and he's driven it towards the negative.
Maria does not deserve that. I mean, that, like,
Sometimes
she deserves better.
Marie would just like it if Scott would just bring dinner home and not ask, and just be like, hey, I brought dinner home, surprise.
I mean, if he would just cook once in a while. And not just lust for her. Signing out.
Well,
This is Stephen Sam. Stephen Sam's Hidden Treasure.
so
Till next time.